That's according to football club ownership expert James Montague The American tabled a £1.8 billion offer to buy Alisher Usmanov's 30% stake of the Gunners this week, which the Russian has reportedly accepted. He first became involved with Arsenal in 2007 when Kroenke Sports Enterprises, now Kroenke Sports and Entertainment, bought a 12% stake in 2007, and the American has been part of the board since 2008, when he increased his share to 30% before doubling it 3 years later. Related articles: now the 71-year-old is willing to pay £600 million for Usmanov's shares, which would value the club at £1.8 billion, but fans are not happy, and Arsenal Supporters Trust issued a statement which expressed their anger at the dreadful decision, and the Americans' history of club ownership shows why the Gunners faithful should be concerned. Kroenke's most notable investment in the U.S. was American football team St. Louis Rams, based in his home state of Missouri. The businessman, now believed to be worth £6.4 billion, bought a 30% share of the first Los Angeles Rams in 1995 to help owner Georgia Frontier move them to St. Louis and rename them. Getty Arsenal owner Stan Kroenke is the full owner of the LA Rams, formerly St. Louis Rams. In America, he promised the earth to the people of Missouri, but almost as soon as he'd taken the franchise over, he was agitating to move to LA. James Montague, and there was a lot of success for the Rams in the early 2000s, as Kroenke saw his team win the 1999 Super Bowl before becoming runners-up 2 years later. That same form became harder to find as the years went on and tragedy struck in 2008 when Frontier passed away. The Arsenal owner saw his opportunity 2 years later to become the sole owner of the Rams. Using a right of first refusal, Kroenke made a deal before the managers of Frontier's assets could liaise with a third party, buying the interest. The 71-year-old became the full owner on August 25, 2010 with consent from the NFL, while Kroenke Sports and Entertainment may celebrate this day. St. Louis fans will recall his chilling words, "I'm going to attempt to do everything that I can to keep the Rams in St. Louis." Getty: the dome, where the St. Louis Rams played, was not up to the standard required for the NFL. What followed was a saga that would come to identify Stan Kroenke as a villain to many St. Louis Rams fans. After 3 years of no success, the Rams took the city of St. Louis to arbitration in 2013 over their stadium, the Dome, which needed to be ranked as one of the top NFL stadiums according to the 1995 lease. And a deal was reached which broke the original lease for a year-on-year agreement. If this did not scream goodbye to St. Louis, then Kroenke's 2015 proposal to build a 70,000-seat, state-of-the-art covered stadium in Inglewood, California, for $300 million was it. For the Missouri man, the money was in the Golden State, and the Dome had suffered bad reviews, but for fans, he was now public enemy number one. After a battle with the Oakland Raiders and San Diego Chargers, the proposal was accepted by the NFL in January 2016. The city of St. Louis filed a 52-page lawsuit against the NFL in response a year later, only to be countered by their own team, now the LA Rams, for lack of personal jurisdiction. Kroenke's decision to move the Rams back to Los Angeles showed the sporting world his ruthless business mind, and James believes it will be no different in North London with the American as full owner. Speaking exclusively to Star Sport, James said, "Every sports business he's run in the U.S. has been incredibly profitable but doesn't win anything. He's a man who knows how to extract profit but doesn't really believe in the glory of victory or titles or cups. Just ask St. Louis Rams fans what happened to their NFL franchise." Getty: Arsenal is a business for Stan Kroenke as the St. Louis Rams were, says James Montague. "This is a guy who for years attempted to get full ownership of the St. Louis Rams and promised the earth to the people of Missouri, his home state. He said he was so proud to bring the franchise to them, but almost as soon as he'd taken the franchise over he was agitating to move to LA. So when he's 100% in charge of a club or a franchise, then you have to worry because he's not thinking about how to win a Premier League title for Arsenal. He's looking at the bottom line, that's what it is for him. It's a business." James Montague was speaking to Star Sport to promote his new book, The Billionaires Club, The Unstoppable Rise of Football's Super-Rich Owners. His work won the 2018 British Sports Book of the Year award and will be available to buy on Thursday, August 9th. sport-related articles.